Hey everybody, it's Derek with Clash in the North here, bringing you a recap from North Awakens Week 1 of the CWL Lite League Division, I'm not sure what they're calling it, preview here. So in this war, we faced 4Bidden, really high-end clan here. We'll take a look everything they did to our bases. They're 11, they left the 11s 1-starred, but that wasn't for lack of trying or anything. They went for some 3-star attempts, just kind of how the war ended up shaking out at the end, so that's why that happened. We'll take a look. We got everything picked up. Had some 9s did great, absolutely kind of crushed it there, and we'll see. We have some areas to improve going forward as well. So we'll jump into some attacks here. First up, we have Becky. Not really sure how to say that name, so we're going with Becky, coming in with getting up our only 10v10 triple, the first 10v10 triple of our season, so pretty big on, I think like it might have been the first attempt too, so really good. Comes in there just creating the funnel, is going to come in and get some air defenses, the CC, inferno tower here, just kind of move everything along. Sees this huge funnel. Great job. It's everything going in there. Poisons that CC. And then just going to kind of keep walking along. Heroes doing work. Getting everything taken care of. A lower level point defense really did help for kind of keeping everything up and allowing this 3-star to happen. So as everything's going in there, CC goes down. Heroes go ahead and get the first Inferno Tower. Well, they got a sweeper. And then, unfortunately, I think the queen just falls short. Yeah, she locks onto that expo and dies. Didn't go get that second AD. Sounds come in, starting to Lalo. You can see targeting all those defenses, so everything's going to kind of cave in right to the Inferno Tower and those Teslas. Beautiful freeze there, beautiful rage. Just allowing everything to move through that quick, high DPS area where that would really have destroyed his loons. Does have those skeleton traps that are just working on those loons, unfortunately being quite a pain. And just lost a bunch of them. I'm not sure, still like watching this multiple times, what ended up taking him down. I think just a combination of all the damage, skeletons, and all that. Gets that poison out, gets rid of those skeletons. Going to the last air defense, his hound pops. But it did tank just long enough for his loons to get in there, take out that air defense. They're going to move around. Cleanup's already started, and then it's just a race against the clock, because as these loons keep going down, this does become an issue. Luckily, a couple of pups do get in there, take those skeletons out, and now the rest can just be cleanup. So everything's moving all along. Comes in with that last minion, just absolutely clutch to get that CC targeted. They do all get in there, but it just really needed to go down. The rest of the stuff's all kind of collapsing. The big pack's working on all the storages, which is just great luck. They're all, teaming up together, getting there, so it's going quicker and quicker, and just steamrolling along. Goes in, picks up the 3-star, and this was just absolutely a huge attack. With the breakdown, these breakdowns are all set at 2 11s, 5 10s, and 18 9s. If I did my math right in my head, it's something like that. The 9s fill up to 25, so if it's not 18, it's whatever will work. To get me to 25, and then we'll go from there. So next, we'll come in here, and we have, I don't know, got these guys, Unix FL, and he had a really nice attack. This it was nice to see somebody get this base. It was one of the ones I'd failed one of my attacks, and this is a base it was on. So he comes in here with his nice shattered entry, and just allowing everything to work. He knows that the CC had all, it was a cleanup, knows what's in the CC, knows everything's working along. That double poison really saved his golem, so everything's working in well. Just a great entry point. No bowlers, nothing fancy, just allows everything to get in there, going right into those 2 air defenses and the sweeper and the queen and the king, which isn't a big deal or anything, just nice that you won't distract some pups in your cleanup. Kind of just helps to get rid of it. So as everything's moving right along, targets that archer tower with that loon, just smart play. Queen's working down, getting more value, just continuing to do her thing. And now he still has 3 hounds, and now he's going to come in, just soaking up some traps, knows where those Tesla farms are, knows what's going on, gets those traps in there, gets the Teslas taken out, everything moving right along into that first AD. And that's all going to kind of go on. You can see he's got 4 haste, so he can easily get from one place to another. He's got that sweeper that finally goes down, so this base is just going to be toasted at this point. Picks up that Sam with the low health hound. That's what you really want to do when you send in that next hound. You want the other one that's at low health to kind of get in there to soak up any traps, so that the traps effectively do, you know, the least amount of damage. Hastes everything in, picks up the last couple defenses. From there, just clean up and just absolutely smash this base. At a few loons in reserve to go ahead and do that cleanup. Cleanup was going on with all his extra troops at the time. Just smart play. Just a really pretty looking Lalo, which is nice to see. So great job there. Next, we will go ahead and drop down. We had Chris coming in here on 13. I think I went out of order a bit, but that's fine. So he's going to go ahead. This was another cleanup. Some kind of, you'll see where the Tesla farm is, kind of pulled this attack in a different fashion. So he goes ahead and drops some loons, try and take out, it wants to take out that Tesla farm. That is that goal, because the queen ended up getting pulled down to it. So he goes ahead and sends everything in. Unfortunately, it's not going to get that one Tesla, but the fact that it got a bunch of other stuff and the baby dragon can go in, take care of it, will end that as being a threat to his queen walk. So his queen's going to charge in and get everything she needs to get. There comes the king, just going to go ahead and continue to support that funnel, work at taking out those heroes. And baby drag is locked onto the king, the defensive king, so that's going to help. As soon as that defensive queen goes down, the baby drag can continue to do some work, and now just start clearing all that trash, and just, you know, adds a lot of value. Clears all the trash for 10 camp space. The stuff adds up time-wise and everything. Goes ahead and double poisons said cleanup. Knows there's a witch in the CC. Knows he needs to get rid of that witch. That all happens. Skeletons are completely useless because they're just going through a double poison. They can never even get there. Everything's kind of moving right along. Goes ahead and queen's just charging on in. Keeps trickling some baby drags in. Goes ahead and sends in a hound and has those few loons to pick off some defenses. Going to have a baby dragon come in and do some work and just keep clearing some trash. And that's all good and fine. You can see those defenses go down. Pups are everywhere, clearing that air defense out of the way. The third air defense goes down. The loons are going to cave in onto the last one, take it out, and now it's all over. Pretty, you know, just clean up. I'm gonna go ahead and go through. He's got so many baby dragons up that even if you take down one of them, just gonna make the other stronger anyway. So it works. Swags the ability, gets the 3-star on a cleanup. Great job, Chris. And I did miss one, so we're gonna come back here because this was a super cool attack. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen an attack that went as quickly as this one went. Like, this is about a 2-minute attack where you don't just have a ton of troops up at the end. So he's coming in and just right away, all the ADs are stacked, you know, away from what would matter to him for those dragons. So he goes ahead, gets those taken care of, gets that poison down that's pretty late, rages those dragons up. They go ahead, take out the queen, taking out the CC. His queen's going to just keep walking. The king's cleared off a huge portion of this base. Some hogs come in. He wanted to get that air defense down. It's another little interesting thing, you know, when you see something interesting like that, it is amusing. I mean, the base is halfway gone, and it's been about less than 40 seconds. It's just such a cool raid to watch. I'm going to go ahead and wall break in all the way. Wants to get into the core of this base as far as he can with those wall breakers, and just go ahead and take out these defenses. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Does have that one rage spell left. The wizard's on the outside. while everything's while the queen's tanking all those point defense, he's just able to clear the trash. So all the trash is basically gone. The dragons only got that one left, so it's not, it's not looking great percentage-wise to troops. But the queen's fine. The queen has all her healers on her. She's doing well, getting right on through. And it's like I said, there's a minute and a half in this raid. He has like nothing left, but he's taking out most of this base. It's just crazy. I thought it was just a crazy cool raid to watch. Got to see this one live. Came in kind of late in it, and you just see, like, you think the raid was over. I came in about the time that second wall was opened up, and it's like, oh man, there's no way he's going to get this. Look at all those defenses. And then you just realize, no, he's kind of just going to engage everything in a well-timed manner. As long as he doesn't have to beat through walls, a bunch of walls, he'd be fine. And he didn't, and it worked out. It was a great hit. Benson absolutely killed it. You do well when a lot of things go wrong and the plan is still strong enough that it takes care of business. Sorry, almost missed that one. Last one here, we'll go to our horse, Swaggy Apples, doing what Swaggy Apples does, and that's 3-star bases. And apparently, he was really trying to channel his mass minion side, so I figured I'd give him the courtesy of showing it. So he goes ahead, finds out, it's a fresh hit, so he finds out there's a troll Tesla up there. No big deal. But doesn't get it taken care of. So the king comes in, and it does get it, with the loon, but not with that archer he wanted to. King's backed up by a few wizards, just gonna do some work, take out this bunch of trash, bunch of the storages, go take out the air defense. This is going to be just one guy. When he gets up to 30 king, it's going to just be automatic all the time. It'll be really great to see. They're just moving right along. Has a nice little queen walk that's going to just move on down to the bottom of this base. King has cleared up so much trash. There's nothing there, so all the trash is taken care of. So when stuff starts going into the actual defenses, there's nothing to distract it with these minions. It does have those wizard towers at the core of the base, which is another reason this attack was really impressive. Not something you typically see when the wizard towers are sitting in the cores. So they go ahead, gets everything taken out, drops that baby dragon down, which is going to just get nice value, keep the queen from having to go down towards the outside of the base. Just going to move on in, pulls that CC, poisons it, gets the king on her, and so it's a kind of a big mess, tough when you got the king, the baby dragon, not sure if there's a couple wizards in there, but a bunch of archers. Pops that ability, goes ahead and throws down a rage. Probably wouldn't find with one or the other, but no big deal. You want to be safe sometimes, I get that. Moving right along, goes ahead, sends in a hound, and this is just going to tank, and probably the most important thing this is tanking is that wizard tower. And these minions just start coming in. Now he's got a few of the loons. They're going to each target some defense. The wizard tower drops onto those pups, then onto a set of loons, which is great. As the loons get out ahead, they take out that wizard tower, and then it's really just over. Under a rage, those minions do so much damage, and they just take care of business, working their way across, taking out everything. Goes ahead, gets it done, cleaning up and just working his way around. Absolutely smashes the space, so much camp space up. So great job, Swaggy. That'll be all the ones we take a look at. As I said, we improved to 1-0 on the season. We have Trollstein, I think, next week. We'll get a recap from that one. But it's a 5-week season, so you guys know. So you'll see recaps for the next 4 weeks, and if we make the playoffs, which obviously we're hoping we do, then we'll get some playoff action. So until next time, guys, stay frosty.